Dr. Esma, people keep asking me why implant costs feel like a mystery box, and honestly, I'm starting to think dentists have a secret vault somewhere. Today, we're cracking it open together. I looked up cost for an implant tooth last night, and the results were so vague, I felt like I was reading a treasure map with half the clues missing. But today, we're going straight to the source, you.
Rasim, I promise there's no secret vault. But you're right, people never hear the real reasons behind those differences. And once they do, everything suddenly makes sense. The funny part? The factors that shock them most are usually the ones they never think to ask about. Stick with us, this is where the real clarity begins.
Dr. Esma, every time someone tells me they asked two clinics the same question and got two wildly different answers, I feel like I'm listening to a plot twist. One friend even told me he walked in, expecting a simple chat, and walked out feeling like he just negotiated a spaceship purchase. And that confusion, it sticks to people. They don't know if they're overthinking it or if something's actually off.
Rasim, that happens constantly. Most people compare clinics as if implant prices were one universal number, but they're not. They're built from layers, materials, planning, surgeon experience, even aftercare. When those details aren't explained, patients feel lost. That's why we need to break each layer down so nothing feels mysterious anymore.
Dr. Esma, what really opens people's eyes is when they hear that two implants can look identical on the outside, yet behave totally differently over the years. I remember someone telling me, Rasim, I picked the cheaper one, and now I'm fixing the cheap decision. That line stayed with me. It's wild how those tiny differences can snowball into long-term issues.
Exactly, Rasim. The reason it matters is simple. The right implant choice isn't just about today, it protects you for years. I've seen patients who invested in proper planning, quality components, and skilled surgery come back years later still smiling confidently. But shortcuts, they often return with complications. Understanding these differences helps people choose wisely.
Dr. Esma, the moment people hear implant, they imagine one universal metal piece, but the backstory is way bigger. I met someone who thought implants were all made in the same factory, like phones rolling off a conveyor belt. Then he learned his friend's implant had a completely different surface design and healing pattern. That tiny detail changed everything for him. See here.
Rasim, that's a perfect example. One mini case I always mention. A patient who chose a premium implant system healed almost 30% faster because the surface technology encouraged bone integration. But another patient who used a basic design needed months more. These differences aren't cosmetic. They affect comfort, stability, and predictability.
Dr. Esma, here's what blows people's minds. Implants aren't just screws. They're tiny pieces of biomedical engineering. I once heard someone say, why does it matter? It just goes in the bone. And I thought, oh no, if only they knew the science behind how bone cells literally cling to different surfaces. It's like technology meets biology in the smallest handshake ever.
Exactly, Rasim. The science is the reason some implants perform better. Different titanium grades, surface treatments, and precision engineering all influence how well an implant fuses with bone. And when that fusion is strong, the stability and longevity skyrocket. That's why professionals look beyond appearance and study the engineering specs.
Dr. Esma, people love clarity, so let's break this down step by step. If someone walked in today asking, how do I choose the right implant without getting overwhelmed? What's the first move? Because I feel like most people jump straight to the final price instead of understanding the stages.
Rasim, the first step is always diagnosis. A proper 3D scan determines bone condition, spacing, and anatomical limits. Second, the patient should ask which implant system the clinic uses and why. Third, clarify the surgical plan and whether any supportive procedures are needed. And last, evaluate aftercare and follow-up, because stability depends on what happens post-surgery too.
Dr. Esma, this is the part everyone secretly waits for, the things they should absolutely avoid. I've heard so many stories where someone rushed into an implant decision because the clinic sounded confident, only to find out later they never checked the actual implant brand or long-term data. It's like signing a contract without reading page 1.
Rasim, here are the big do's and don'ts. Do ask about the implant system and scientific support. Do confirm if a 3D scan is used for planning. Don't choose purely based on the lowest quote. Don't skip aftercare or maintenance visits. These steps protect long-term comfort and stability.
Dr. Esma, the myths around implants could fill an entire comedy special. One of my favorites is when someone confidently tells me, all implants are basically the same, right? And I can feel your dentist's soul twitching from miles away. Another classic, thinking a single quick checkup means everything is set for life.
Rasim, you're right. Mythology is alive and well in dentistry. The biggest mistake is assuming implants are permanent no matter what. They need maintenance just like natural teeth. Another myth is that cheaper means the same result, which simply isn't true. And some patients think pain automatically means failure, when often it's just normal healing.
Dr. Esma, let's give people the kind of checklist they can literally screenshot and take to the next appointment. I love a good quick win list, especially for something as confusing as implants. Picture this, someone walking into a clinic like a pro because they know exactly what to ask. That confidence alone changes the entire conversation.
Rasim, here's a practical checklist. 1. Confirm a 3D scan is included. 2. Ask the exact implant system by name. 3. Clarify if supportive procedures are needed. 4. Review the surgical plan step by step. 5. Understand aftercare and maintenance. If patients follow these, they avoid 90% of common pitfalls.
Dr. Esma, you once told me a story that stuck with me. The guy who thought he'd made the perfect choice until a follow-up check changed everything. He walked into the clinic smiling, thinking the hard part was over. But then the scan showed his implant had barely integrated because the system wasn't suited to his bone structure.
Rasim, yes, I remember him clearly. The moment he understood the mismatch, everything clicked for him. We switched to a higher quality system with the right surface technology, supported it with proper planning, and his healing improved dramatically. Cases like this remind people that implant success isn't luck. It's science plus good choices.
Dr. Esma, let's talk future. People always wonder what implants will look like in 5 or 10 years. I mean, we've already seen how materials and surface tech have evolved. Imagine someone watching this video years from now thinking, wow, that was the moment everything started changing. It feels like we're standing right at the edge of that shift.
Rasim, the next big leap is smarter implant surfaces that adapt to bone chemistry in real time. Some research is even exploring bioactive coatings that guide healing more precisely. And digital planning will become fully automated with AI, reducing human error dramatically. The future will make implants safer, faster, and more predictable.
Dr. Esma, I feel like we just decoded the entire implant universe today. Anyone watching now knows more than most people ever will before choosing an implant. And honestly, that knowledge alone can save years of stress. So if you're planning treatment, don't walk in guessing, walk in prepared.
Exactly, Rasim. And if people want clarity specific to their case, the best step is always a proper consultation with full diagnostics. No shortcuts. So here's the call to action. Get informed, ask the right questions, and choose a clinic that values transparency.